Now, Tanzania's Samia Suluhu is so furious and mad at Kenyans for spearheading the ICC petition that was filed by a Madrid court to the ICC that was presented before a judge bench that's yet to actually pursue a ruling on it. But on the other side as well, the United States is pushing for a probe into the election massacre that happened still in Tanzania. And this follows after an explosive investigative forensic report that was done by CNN's Larry Madowo that created a lot of public uproar and just feedback from both Tanzania, mostly Kenya, and many other parts of the countries, with people just receiving an awakening and getting to know the things that transpired in the inner circles of the election process in Tanzania. You have to understand that Samia Suluhu literally banned all her contenders from going head to head with her. She won 98% of the votes. 32 out of 33 or 30 million out of 33 million of the votes, fair and square, like as a standalone. But then it was tripled with internet shutdown, forced police curfew, media blackout, both local and international was not allowed, and people were forced to stay indoors. And those that went to picket and demonstrate against the unfairness that they felt had taken over the process, they were met with brute force from police officers, and even this extended to forced disappearances. One of her biggest contenders, who is a leader of the opposition, Chadema, that is Tundu Lissu, was imprisoned and is being charged or tried for treason. Many others as well who've been vocal that were stationed in Tanzania, they are also been charged of treason, and some of their cases have not yet been, I'll say, heard, and some of them are still in custody. The shocking part was the CNN forensic investigative report unearthed that there are bodies that were forcefully buried in secret mass graves led by police officers, and this is something that has created a lot of concern. If really the election was fair, open, and transparent, then why is she panicking when some of these reports are being done? But also it calls for the attention of international bodies to actually make a follow-up. If at all, if it's something that needs to be looked into critically with an upper hand or another party, then so be it. But then she's blaming Kenyan and saying, Kenyans, whenever you guys are having your own chaos, she's never had a word to say on it. But now that, there's things happening in her country, you guys want to blast her and put her on the spot. And now that the ICC petition has been filed, Samia Suluhu is definitely in trouble, but she's a woman who's so angry and mad at Kenya. So she's blaming you guys who are behind the ICC petition that has been filed against her. And also she ended up cancelling the Independence Day celebration that was to happen on 9th of December. This is now has been turned into a mass protest for led by the opposition. So definitely things are going to take a different turn. And also she's also rationed fuel for most tuk-tuks and motorbikes, because she believes that motorbikes and tuk-tuk operators are the ones who carry our protesters to different localities of the country to picket and demonstrate and possibly cause chaos. Something that we've also similarly witnessed right here in our country. And I don't think protesters will need to hop into tuk-tuks and motorbikes. Apoko motorbikes, yes, because I remember during the Gen Z protest, even the 25th of June, I hopped onto a motorbike because I was in the protest and I had to run for safety because it was extremely intense and you could feel the spirit of death and just fears of war in the ambience, in the air. So motorbikes are usually helpful, especially when things turn chaotic and traffic is blocked, no vehicles, motorbikes can maneuver and navigate through anywhere. So hapo ameweza. So rationing the fuel to 2 liters doesn't mean anything. If people are angry and they want to picket and demonstrate, that won't prevent them a single bit. But one thing that I know for sure is Samia Suluhu is under fire. She's in trouble. She's so angry, infuriated, mad at Kenyans. Anyways, Kenyans, what do you make of this? Are you guys the one behind the ICC petition? I'd like to know.